Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, August 27th, and the time is 6:28 p.m., and I'd like to call this meeting to order. First on our agenda is our consent agenda. First is minutes from August 13th. Any questions or comments on the minutes? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from previous August 13th.
I do see one thing. My last name is spelt wrong in the call to order.
Okay.
It's SZ. It's actually wrong. I didn't realize that until I looked at it big. So just, and then we've got some other, I think that's it. Sorry, I spoke too soon. I didn't see it before.
So just spelling error?
Yeah,
on your
just
name.
correct my name.
Okay, I got it.
It's right up at the top and like where our titles are and school committee is. Okay, so try again. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, look at that. Sorry.
All right, I'll take the motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes from the school committee meeting August 13, 2024.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Next, it's warrants 11 and 13, which we've sent around for signatures. Any questions or comments on those? Hearing none, I'll take the motion.
Make a motion to accept warrant 11 and 13.
Can I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Right. Next is visitors' comments. Any citizen wishing to speak before the committee must sign in with the administrative assistants prior to the opening of the regular session of the school committee. The visitor will identify themselves by name and address and shall speak for no longer than 3 minutes. For anyone unable to sign in ahead of time, we ask that you clearly state your name and address so that this information can be included in the record for the meeting. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to be a visitor. You're just watching. Perfect. Okay. Next up is our student rep. Cole, welcome back.
Thank you. Well, first of all, it's good to see you all again. I've seen you a couple of times already, but I apologize. So I hope your summers were all very good. I know mine was very productive. As you know, started the school year. Nothing new about that. A lot of new staff have come on, some of whom I met. They all seem very friendly, very open. Fall sports are now underway, of course. Soccer for the boys and girls, cross country, girls volleyball. The new tardy rule is being enforced to my knowledge, and although it's only been 2 days, we haven't had too many issues with that. Senior sunrise kicked off at 5:30 yesterday. It went well. Attendance was almost all of the entire class. It would have been nice if we had an actual sun to rise. But regardless, it still went well. We got a lot of pictures, had a lot of laughs. Students are still in the grace period to pick up and drop classes, I was told by Ms. Jordan, although that is obviously up for approval by the guidance office. Pretty much all I have.
Excellent. Any questions for Cole?
Glad to have you back.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Have a great senior year.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you.
I'll be back here to post class trips most likely, so you'll see me even more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then if you have any ideas for who might be your successor after you graduate, if you want to bring people as visitors, I think that would probably be a great idea to have someone shadow you. Because I think sometimes it gets lost in translation, like what's actually what we're looking for to have that connection. So if you want to bring somebody by, or if there's people that are interested or whatever,
Yeah.
that would be awesome. Because we won't need to replace you until like June. We know it just be let people start to think about it. I don't want to replace you, Paul, though, just so.
Thank you. So kind. So, thank you.
All right, great.
Have a great one.
See you soon.
See you.
Michael. Okay, next is new business, and we don't have anything new listed there. Continuing business, school choice and enrollment dashboard.
I talked to Stacy today. There's not been changes, only day 2, so we still have students who have not showed up at school yet. So she said she'll have a better handle on that information for us at the September 17th meeting. Some families still may be on vacation. Sometimes after Labor Day is really when a lot of students really come in. But she has some numbers, but she just says they're not fair for us to report at this point.
Okay.
So around the 17th.
All right, sounds good. Moving right along. Reports, standing reports. Sure, attendance report.
Well, I can talk about sports, so Cole did, but I'll skip that part. I think we're going to have that same problem with your new staff orientation went extraordinarily well. We had our new staff members come to us on the 20th and the 21st. They participated in orientation where they had the opportunity to meet with their principals and mentors. The topics that we covered included our strategic plan, delivering high quality instruction, and the importance of building strong relationships. That is something that we talked about throughout the 2 days, building relationship with our students. So that was the kind of the theme of everything this year. And during these sessions, we also dedicated time preparing their classrooms and working on the curriculum development. All staff training was August 22nd and 23rd. And I just want to extend my gratitude to Ms. Bartels for taking time to welcome our staff. It was great seeing her there, and they really appreciated you there. And it was a great message. We specifically liked your third poem. It was very, very eloquent. I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit, but it was really apropos. Very, very nice.
Didn't hear
Do
some.
you have it in there?
So my thing
Because it was great.
is quotes. I've been doing that's sometimes I feel like
No, they were great.
so I had 3 of them. The first one was a good education can change anyone. A good teacher can change everything. By Unknown. The second one was by William Arthur Ward. Teaching is more than imparting knowledge. It is inspiring change. Learning is more than absorbing facts. It is acquiring understanding. And then the last one is by Aaron Bacall. Your heart is slightly bigger than the average human heart, but that's because you're a teacher. So that one I really felt like connected with me. So every year when I do the convocation, I try to find somebody who has better words than I do to convey a nice, nice message. Well, I'm glad they liked it.
Well, and it really resonated with them because, again, my next presentation after you was really about building relationships and putting your heart out for the students and really making that be successful. Because in order for us to get through our strategic plan and make sure that the students are getting what they need, we have to make sure that they're trusted and felt valued. So really, that's what we talked about. So that really worked out really, really great. So additionally, Officer Gilly provided, as he always does, the essential presentation on Alice and school safety. And he emphasized the critical role that relationships play in guiding all aspects of our strategic plan. This year, we offered a lot of specialized instruction for our paraeducators, focusing on the new IEP and their role in the classrooms. We found out that they haven't received all the time on being a support in the class. So we're really trying to focus on giving them the supports they need. They also received training on trauma-sensitive classrooms and de-escalation strategies. For our teaching staff, a lot of it was based on how to use the new IEPs, creating inclusive and engaging classrooms, and additional training on our new math curriculum. So those are what we focused on. During the summer, United Way of Pioneer Valley and its partners, including the Western Mass News, collected thousands of school supplies for the 20th annual Stuff the Bus campaign. So on Thursday, August 22nd, the United Way's Fill the Bus campaign, which was a Peter Pan bus, drove up to the building, and they generously provided us with 30 backpacks filled with school supplies for our students. So our Director of Student Services, Nicole Haru, delivered backpacks to each school. And if there are family members who are interested in receiving backpacks, either they can contact the principal or they can come to the central office and we'll be happy to provide them. In the backpacks, there was some pens, crayons, some school supplies, so they can. So we did have a nice supply for those who need it. I'd also want to thank the PTO for purchasing and spreading some mulch on our East Meadow playground. They came in right before school started. They went to TJ's bark mulch, and they got 15 yards to spread out. They said there's more yards they need, but they spent some time spreading out some mulch to make sure that the students came back to a nice playground. The first day of school went smoothly, starting with the sunrise breakfast. And on August 30th, our preschool staff conducted preschool screenings for our families. Not August 30th, I'm sorry, that's the wrong date. It was Monday, the 26th. Sorry, let's change that. Our preschool staff conducted preschool training for families, and kindergarten and preschool will start next Tuesday, September 3rd. My dates are not good in here. I fixed that. Today, we're fully staffed at East Meadow at the middle and high school, and we should have our final paraeducator slots filled by the end of the week. So we have teaching staff 20% filled, so that's really exciting. And then again, I know Cole talked about a sports team, but we also have cross country and volleyball. We also have co-op agreements with Hadley for golf and a co-op agreement with Amherst for football. So that's what I have. I'm gonna change some dates in my things, but other than that, it went well and it was successful. And I just want to mention that I also want to thank the whole police department was at the schools when school started, at the high school and at the elementary school. Both Officer Gilly, Officer Kohler, can't remember the other officer's name, and the chief was also there to say hi to the students and really gave a lot of high fives and welcome back. So it was great to see them there as well. So.
Any questions for Mary Jane? All right, Todd, you're up.
No major developments since our last meeting. The only thing I would mention is that we're completing our federal grant applications for our title grants. And we're going to move those along and keep moving forward.
Great. Any questions for Todd? Jill?
The meeting for CES is at the end of September.
Okay, great. All right, so for our next,
That's just the.
oh, okay, for our next meeting, what is it that we should we have, what are they called? Why did that,
Subcommittees?
thank you, subcommittees, why did that put that on my mind? Which subcommittees do we want to have, or do we want to wait until the end of September?
I'm fine with letting it build up a little more to discuss with a little bit more time gone by. It's still early in the year.
All right, so subcommittees will target those for September 17th. For next time, you said policy dashboard won't be until September 17th.
Correct.
Do we have anything on the agenda that we need for next week, or do we want to postpone until the 17th?
I think just a warrant. I think that's what we'll have next week. I mean, I could give probably more of what I just gave at this point. All right. We're having grant meetings with my admin team tomorrow. Get the update on those things, but really nothing that can't wait.
Well, we can look too and see, see what the agenda looks like for Thursday, and
Okay.
we'll use the time wisely. If there's nothing, we can hold the warrants over to the 17th, right? If we need to, because we had some that went from June until the end of August. So I know that they can wait if we need to. I just don't want to wait. I want to be protective of everyone's time. So if there's nothing that's earth shattering, we could potentially cancel the meeting.
Do you have the list of what the subcommittees are?
Sure. It's policy, budget,
Community outreach.
community outreach, or community relations, I think the name of it is. Did I say policy?
Yep.
Yep.
There is another list. Let's see if I probably have it in here, but I didn't know if you want me to put that in there specifically.
Let's please.
And I don't know if you want to revisit the mission of the school committee, because it looks like it hadn't been updated since 2003. So that might be something you're interested in looking at.
There was,
Oh, no, those are the, is that what we said, 2003? When we looked at it. It probably doesn't need to be changed, but nice to take a look at it, just to revisit it.
for the subcommittees, there's just the representative for CES, which I talk
Yep.
about, the policy, goals and evaluations,
Both, okay, that,
budget and finance, community relations, and we had a standing committee of like a calendar to kind of track and keep us on task in terms of like what would be typically expected given the time of the year. But we haven't been meeting with that one as regularly because it's been overlapping with, I think, community relations.
okay.
I think that's all of them.
I just want to make sure I familiarize with them all.
Yeah, I went back to our May 21st agenda when we kind of reorganized.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So look at that then. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll make a determination on Thursday for the agenda and make sure, send it to everybody.
Yep. I
So,
realized that this morning.
I didn't actually look at the distribution, but, Jill and I were just talking about it and I was like, oh, that didn't go to everybody. So, that would be great. Just so if anyone else has anything, we can look at it. All right. If there's nothing else, we will vote to enter into executive session under Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21, Part A3, to discuss strategy with regard to collective bargaining, as doing so in an open session may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the committee. The committee will not return to open session. Would you mind doing a roll call, please?
Sure. Jen Bartels,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
George,
Aye.
and Jill.
All right. Thanks, everybody.